Welcome to that handicapping show. I'm Claire Novak, joined by Frank Angst on a little bit of a chilly morning here in the Bluegrass. We'll be coming to you from Churchill Downs next week, but this week we're here in the studio to talk about the Derby Trial, $175,000 Grade 3, one-turn mile for 3-year-olds, and this is a wild card race worth 20 points, but I'm pretty sure nobody's going to go from this race and wheel back in the Derby or even make the field. So we're just going to view it as an independent race and tell you who we like. And congratulations to Frank, who gave out the $94 exacta for the Illinois Derby on the show last time. So personally hit the try, doing quite good there, Moneybags.
Yeah, that was a nice run by For Dubai last week, who was my top pick, and ran, we had the lead in the stretch at 23-1, but held second, which was the price horse in both the exacta and the trifecta, with the favorite running on top, which we both liked that horse, and
yeah.
you picked him to win. And I acknowledged that I wouldn't be surprised if he won, so
right.
Things worked out there on our verticals. I'm a bit of a wreck today, survived a fender bender, but we have to get in to make the picks of the Derby Trial.
That's right.
And what we have here is some horses that several of them maybe just arrived a bit too late to make the Derby, but hey, these could be some Preakness horses.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could see them down the line in the Haskell summer races. So it is an exciting race, and the horse I land on is Zebros, who might be brothers, the sire's brother Derek, but we'll go with Zebros because that's how it reads. And this is a horse trained by Bob Baffert. Just had a very impressive maiden win at Santa Anita. Since then has had a pair of bullet works, one at Santa Anita, one at Churchill. So that's encouraging. Seems to like the surface. And I think Bob Baffert has a lot of skills, obviously. But one thing, I think he's a very good judge of when a horse is ready to go from maiden allowance to take on that stakes. He has a good feel of the level that horses can handle. So I'm going to trust him there that this horse is ready to go from a maiden win to a tough Grade 3 race here, the 1-turn, 1 mile.
Yeah, I like this horse too. He hasn't really done anything wrong. His first time out in February, he just got caught in an inside duel and was second best. But last time out, he won by 2.5 lengths coming off the rail. He gets a jockey change to Hall of Famer Mike Smith, and Smith rides a lot for Zayat Stables when on Baffert horses, and so that's always a good combo. He has a good speed rating. His speed figures are good, and there is some speed in this race, so I might tend to look at a couple of other horses that are going to be closing a little bit, but I still want somebody who's going to be handy enough to be kind of forwardly placed in case these guys have potential to kick on.
Yeah, and he's stretching out from 7 furlongs to 1 mile. It's a 1-turn mile at Churchill. I don't think that's asking too much. The breeding suggests this horse can handle that stretch out. So I'm going with Zebros. We're in agreement there, if we're pronouncing it correctly. But
we'll find out if we're not.
Exactly.
Trust me.
And some of the other horses I was looking at was Rubel, who really put things together in his last 2 starts.
Yeah.
He enters off two pretty impressive wins himself. Ian Wilkes, also a terrific trainer, who seems to a lot of times to target Churchill. So I suspect this horse will be ready as well. And I keep waiting for Capo Bastone to get the right pace scenario to just make that spectacular late run. I can't quite see him getting to the winner circle here, but no. I still think this horse is talented, and his day will come. So I'm going to put him underneath as well.
Well, one thing about Rubel, owned by Janice Whittam, who owns Fort Larned, the Breeders' Cup Classic winner, last November at Churchill, he ran second here, so we know he handles the track. He was only beaten half a length, and I do like the fact that he's actually the horse I was talking about when I said somebody who can kind of come a little bit off the pace, but is still going to be forwardly placed.
I think that's a good running style in a 1-turn mile.
Yeah, exactly. And in his last race at Gulfstream on the 5th, he made a 3-wide move from third, kind of just in that stalking spot, and then drew off to win by 1.25 lengths, or 1 3/4 lengths.
And of course, the Gulfstream mile is also a 1-turn mile, so this horse has already won under a very similar race.
Yes, exactly. And the other horse that I'm going to take a look at here is 40 Tails. I'm going to forgive him his Swale Stakes 5th. I think in that race, if you look at his running line, he was 7th early, and that's the farthest back that he's ever been. And I think that the chart here says 5 wide, not enough late, which basically meaning he probably got a little too far back and just didn't have, was too far to make up ground. So I'm going to go back to the Gulfstream race on February 2nd, where he was second to Honorable Dillon in the Hutchison. I think this is a good horse for Todd Pletcher, and actually I like him better than Capobastone here.
Keep in mind that the Derby trial is a night race. Churchill starts its Derby week now with the night race, and it's the feature race on the opening night. So this will be going off at 10:40, about 10:40
p.m.
So keep an eye for it there. I'll be covering it for the Blood Horse magazine.
I'll be asleep. But we will be coming to you, like we said, from Churchill Downs next week, so hope you can tune in for that. Thanks, as always, to Briss for the PPs, and thank you all for watching. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, and get your Derby week started off with a winner.